Welcome to Simply Simmons. I'm Deandra Simmons, and over the last few episodes you've seen me make vegetable broth and homemade chicken broth, and today I'm going to use that chicken broth in a delicious cream of rutabaga soup that is going to be hearty, tasty, and delicious, and your family will love. So let me tell you what's involved. We're going to take 2 cups of diced rutabagas. You're going to have 1 potato, which I've been soaking in water. We're going to have some celery, 2 whole onions, salt, garlic, pepper, sugar, milk, and then of course we're going to have a little bacon to make it just extra delicious. So I'm going to move all this to the stove and assemble the soup for you. Stay with me. In order to assemble my delicious cream of rutabaga soup, the first thing I've done is in my air fryer, I fried about 5 strips of bacon, and I'm going to use this as a garnish later on. But I took bacon grease, of course, you don't want to get rid of bacon grease, and put it in the pot here, and I'm going to fry my 2 onions to start. Doesn't matter if you use white or yellow. I actually used one of each because that's what I had today. And put that in there. I'm also going to add in with the onion my celery. But let me stir this a little bit first. It smells so good. Okay. Now, next we're going to put our 2 ribs of celery. And I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. After that, we are going to, towards the end of this, add our garlic because we definitely don't want the garlic to burn. So we're going to leave that for 5 minutes. We'll let it cook down a little bit and come back, add our garlic, and then start with the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so my onions and celery have been going almost 5 minutes, and I'm going to put my 2 cloves of garlic in. Get that started. Make sure I stir it pretty well. Turn the heat down just a little bit. That way the garlic doesn't burn. And like I said, you put it in the last after the onions, and you're putting other vegetables in at the same time. Garlic is going to be your last stop on that little train of adding those vegetables because garlic can burn quickly. We don't want that. We don't want that burnt garlic taste. Okay, so that's smelling really nice. Next thing I am going to add is going to be my 2 cups of the rutabaga, and unlike the other soup, the vegetable rutabaga soup that I make, this one is the raw rutabagas, not the roasted. So I'm going to put that in. Cups. Stir that all around. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasoning. So here is my ½ teaspoon of salt, my tablespoon of sugar, ¼ teaspoon of pepper, and then after we get that all incorporated, we are going to put our stock in. So I've added the rutabaga. Now I'm going to add the 1 potato, peeled potato. It's going to give it a little more heartiness as well, in addition of another root vegetable. Okay, now the next step is to incorporate, so I made this homemade chicken broth, and this is one of my uses for that, this delicious soup. So I'm going to incorporate 3 cups of my homemade chicken broth. There you go. that simmer for about 30 minutes. And then after that, we'll come back, we're gonna add some milk. And then when the vegetables are soft, we're gonna puree this, top it with some delicious bacon crumblies, and we'll be ready to have our wonderful cream of rutabaga soup. So my creamy rutabaga soup has been cooking potatoes, rutabagas, and other vegetables for about 30 minutes, and it's time to puree. The hand blender is not gonna be my friend right now, so we're gonna use the regular blender, and I'm gonna do it in small batches. Therefore, it's going to be done correctly. If you use the hand blender, it's gonna splatter all over, and I'll be wearing it like I did the last one. So let's do it this way. So we have pureed our delicious, oh my God, soup in the blender. Much easier than with the hand blender, trust me. And it comes out beautifully smooth. Oh, it's like a velouté. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Okay. I'm kind of snuck a little taste and it's already delicious. So our next step, now that we've pureed the soup, is to add the milk, because this is a creamy rutabaga soup and it is non-vegetarian. So I have my cup of whole milk here. Just gonna add this in to our soup. And I'm gonna put it back over here on my stove. This looks amazing, just like the other one did. I'm so excited. Now this soup, because it has this creaminess, and we have added the bacon grease with the vegetables, and we're gonna top this with a little bacon as well. This is gonna be a hearty, wintry, yummy soup for those of you who are not interested in vegetarian dishes, but like your vegetables with your bacon. Here at Simply Simmons, I have had a very successful day of cooking because I'm wearing my food from head to toe, and it's because it's delicious. So this is my cream of rutabaga soup that has the bacon garnish. For those of you that are not vegetarians, I think you will find this very, very hearty, pleasing, and everyone in your family will love it. And if you didn't like rutabaga before, I guarantee you will now. We will provide you with all kinds of recipes every week that will give you options for your home. I don't like to cook with just the boring basics. I like to cook with all kinds of exotic vegetables, squashes, just different things, root vegetables that you wouldn't even think about. I wanted to share this with you because I grew up on rutabagas and turnips and all kinds of different vegetables in the South, and I like to mix it up. I don't want life to be boring, and neither should my food. So try this creamy rutabaga soup. You're gonna love it. Adding a little bit of bacon helps. You can add some more crunch too if you like, but I'm gonna go and enjoy my dinner. Bon appetit.